Don't let the numbers stop you from sharing all that you have to offer with this world. They will eat you up and spit you out, leave you feeling like a failed creator. This comparison between yourself and others is a dangerous road. But here's the good news. We've all been there. What is up? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about a little thing that I like to call YouTube initiation. Specifically, these are the beginning stages of trying to become a YouTuber. These are the stages where you're making zero money, and these are the stages where it feels like no matter what you do, your channel growth is stagnant or very, very slow. So there's three main sections that I want to cover in today's video, and from my experience and just watching other YouTubers in general, these three will make or break you on your YouTube journey. Alright, so number one, and in my opinion the most important, is doing it for the right reasons. Number two is comparison and how you can use it correctly, use it to your benefit. And number three, and straight to the point, it's patience. Now, I made a video a little while back called YouTube for You versus YouTube for Them, and in that video I talk about healthy and unhealthy ways to go about YouTube. YouTube for You is something that you're passionate about, something that drives you, and YouTube for Them is something that you're doing for attention or for entertainment for the audience or something to just reap the rewards of YouTube. Now, personally, what I've found is that if you want to do YouTube as a full-time job, take it on as a career, you kind of have to be in the middle of those two. See, if you're just creating for the audience, for the attention, for the rewards, it's going to be very hard to sustain that over a long period of time. And that's what YouTube is. It's a marathon. So I recommend taking your time and putting some thought into your channel theme and where you want your channel to be in the long run. What are your interests? What are your passions? Ask yourself, what would I create if I wasn't getting paid to create it? Because that's how it's going to start in the beginning anyways. This is my third YouTube channel, and my first two failed because I couldn't sustain them. The content that I was putting out wasn't making me happy. It was dumb fun and we had a good time, but it wasn't fulfilling and it wasn't for the long run. So figure out your why. Why am I creating this type of content? Who am I creating it for? Will I be happy in the next year, 5 years, 10 years creating this type of content? Because that's what it's gonna take. And if your why is to get 1 million subscribers, you've already lost. This one can be very autofocus. This one can be very harsh on you. The numbers can destroy you. When you look at your views or subscriber count in the beginning on YouTube, it can feel like you're making zero progress because that's how your channel is basically like valued on YouTube. You might be putting out really good content, or you might feel like you're putting out really good content and still minimal growth. Let me make this very, very clear. This is how it works for 99% of us here on YouTube. It is exponential growth, and it starts very, very slow. Sure, every once in a while, someone will have a brilliant idea for a channel and it'll work perfectly with how YouTube works, and it's unique and it's catchy and it'll just take off. Let me also add that they're putting in a ton of work and it's not just dumb luck. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to do the same, but just be ready for when it doesn't happen. I'd be willing to bet that your favorite creators that are doing it full time, that are making a living off of YouTube, started out the exact same way. So for reference, it took Casey Neistat 5 years to get 1 million subscribers, and he's like the godfather of what we know as modern vlogging. He created a new genre basically. Buckle up, it's gonna take a while. This is what I mean by comparison and how it can be used correctly. Never compare where you are to where someone else is, unless it's a reminder that we all start at zero. The best way I've found to use comparison is to compare your most recent work to your past work and see the progress that you've made. And if you don't see any progress, well, that's a good indicator of why you have minimal growth on your channel. When I look back on my videos from even like 2 or 3 months ago, I'm like, what is this garbage? I can be a little over the top, but it's that I've grown, I've progressed, I've learned new techniques, and my videos are better. But it takes making videos to get better at making videos. Compare where you were to where you are now in your creative journey, not where you are to where someone else is. This third one I've already touched on, but it's so important. YouTube is a marathon. Go hard, progress, learn, keep pushing yourself to be better at what you're creating. Try to collaborate with other creators. It'll keep things fresh and it'll help you see things from a different perspective. See, it's about going really hard on your day-to-day, but realizing and accepting that this is going to take years to build. Fast in the short term and slow and steady in the long term. I personally don't expect to make a dime from YouTube for the next 4 or even 5 years. I've got my headspace in it for the long run. Also, it took me 3 channels to realize what it actually takes to do this. It is not about putting out a video every week. It is about playing the game and growing as a creator. YouTube is more than a full-time job, and it took me over 3 years to actually learn that. So I've been filming this in my studio, which is actually my bedroom, and my washroom that is the size of a dune buggy? And the reason that I wanted to do this is because I'm moving. And I'm not moving to a space that is much bigger than this, but it's going to be a bit more convenient for me, for my gym, and for my work. The work that does pay me, the work that is not YouTube. This right here is what YouTube can look like in the beginning. I sleep here, I work here, I've got a little space for my clothes, a little space for some storage. That's it. This is my washroom, this is my toilet, this is my shower, and this is my sink. It's super small, and thankfully I'm skinny. But starting out with something like this just gives you so much more appreciation for when you put in all that hard work and you start to see a bit of that reward. It feels really good. Nothing fancy, nothing glorious, but I love it, and it's my space, and it's done me well thus far, and the new space is just gonna be one step closer in my creative journey. This is what I call YouTube initiation, and it can be the best or the worst time. That's all up to you. I hope that I was able to shed some light for you or give you like an inside look of what it can actually be like to start a YouTube channel. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing majestic or any other word like that, and how to go about it the right way. It's a big mountain, but it might be worth the climb. And I would argue that even trying and failing is a good experience. You'll learn so much that can be transferred to other areas in your life. It has been my pleasure to create these videos and share them with you all from my studio, from my bedroom, and I look forward to creating in the new space. And if you enjoyed this video, please go down there, hit the like button. It'd be something positive you did today. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe, do the thing with the bells so you know the second I put out new videos. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for being here.